step inside the Scarlet Vault. Locked away here are supernatural artifacts too powerful, too dangerous to exist. Every item stored here is drenched in horror, and every item has a story. Would you like to hear one?
Tales from the Scarlet Vault.
Thanks for coming back for another visit to the Scarlet Vault. Take a look at this rock, but don't get too close. The green crystals glistening within are not emeralds, but voyonite, an extremely rare mineral once mined in parts of southern England and northern France. It has some very intriguing properties. It enhances the psychic abilities of human beings and has been used in ritual magic for hundreds of years. It can also be worn in jewellery as a means of self-protection from evil spirits. Long-term exposure to voyonite opens hidden doors in the mind, which when opened can never be closed again. Psychic powers can be both a blessing and a curse. September 1893. Professor Magnus Talbot considered the darkness that surrounded him in the cellar of Blackwood House, near Tower Bridge in London. An intense-looking gentleman with long unkempt silver hair, he stood alone, his head held high, listening carefully for sounds and whispers in this world and the next. His long cloak shielded him from the damp and the autumnal cold, and a gleaming green jewel on his ring finger protected him from other, less tangible threats. He rubbed the voyonite, almost affectionately, and said a quiet prayer to his deity that it would continue to guide and protect him. When he finished, there came a sudden and unwelcome scuffle of feet behind him.
"What are you doing here?"
I'm sorry if I startled you, sir."
"You didn't startle me."
"Looks that way from where I'm standing."
"My question still stands. Why are you down here? I was assured I would be left alone."
"I know that, sir, but my curiosity got the better of me."
"What's your name, boy?"
"Jim, sir. I'm Lord Blackwood's servant."
"This isn't a place for boys. Not tonight, of all nights. Run along now, while you're still able."
"I wanted to accompany you, Professor Talbot. Be there when the big mystery is revealed."
"What makes you think anything is to be revealed?"
"That's why you're down here, isn't it, Professor? To get to the bottom of this ghost business."
"This ghost business?"
"Well, I don't know what to call it. I don't have the learning, sir, but I'm keen to understand. Perhaps you could teach me."
"If you're to stay here with me tonight, you'll make yourself useful."
"Oh, thank you, sir. I will help in any way I can."
"You can start by lighting some candles, child. We'll never find anything in this dark. I appear to have neglected to bring any matches."
"That's all right, Professor. I remembered." The young lad, Jim, brought some light to proceedings, and while doing so quietly chuckled to himself that this strange Professor Talbot could be so forgetful as to not bring matches. It was often the way with the deep thinkers, Jim had once been told. The simple, practical things often eluded them. Talbot, a deeply perceptive man despite his bluff exterior, sensed his shortcomings were providing amusement, so quickly asserted himself.
"What do you know of the legends of this house, boy?"
"The Grey Lady. She appears every year, midnight on the 5th of September, and runs, howling, all through the house."
"Be precise. The haunting starts where?"
"Down here, in the cellar."
"And its end?"
"In the master bedroom, sir." "Is that significant, do you think?"
"Have you seen her? The ghost?"
"Not been working for the Lord long enough, sir. But Mrs. Smith the cook has. Every year at midnight, like clockwork, she says. Makes a horrible howl, so I'm told." Mrs. Smith ain't even frightened of her anymore. At least so she says. Not sure I believe it. Can you imagine, sir, having seen so many spirits that they don't even quicken the pulse?
I don't need to imagine. Shine the lantern over in that corner.
Did you see something over there?
No, I did not. I want to be sure there's no trickery afoot. This is where the Grey Lady begins her annual march through the house, after all.
You don't think she's a real ghost, then?
I didn't say that. I simply want to rule out that this whole affair is not some kind of elaborate joke being played on Lord Blackwood. And worse, on me.
I believe in the spirits, sir. Never seen one, but I hope to tonight. Me mother used to tell me when I was a boy that I'd better say my prayers at night and stay in my bed, or the ghosts would come and get me. Sounds silly now, doesn't it? But this one time, when I was 5, I remember sneaking out of my bed to go and fetch a drink of water. I walked out of my room and across the landing, and these cold hands grabbed me by the ankles. Proper rattled it got me. But it wasn't no ghost. It was me mother, stood on the stairs below. Gave me a real fright, she did.
Are you afraid now, boy? I can see that you are. That's good. You should be afraid.
Do you think we'll see her, sir? The lady?
If she's not late for her appointment. It's 2 minutes to 12. Be quiet now, boy.
If we see her, what do we do?
You can run away and cower like a puppy, young Jim. Myself, I plan to converse with the lady, to understand why the Revenant would seem to be trapped in this infernal loop of hauntings.
You said trapped, sir. How could a ghost be trapped?
We're all prisoners, son. You said that you are a servant here, yes? Is Lord Blackwood a good master?
Not always, no.
Then why don't you just leave?
Can't, sir. Where else could I go?
Precisely.
Could you speak with them, then? The dead?
Evidently. Though I do need to concentrate to establish a psychic link. So if you would please be quiet.
Do you hear that? The chimes of midnight. It's time.
Silence, boy!
Oh, I do not like this. Look, she's over there. Coming through the wall. Oh, Lord!
Here she comes.
The Grey Lady stepped forward out of a mist of green smoke, mouth wide and howling. She walked straight through Professor Talbot, who convulsed on contact with the spirit form. He shook violently, eyes rolling back into his skull. Fortunately, Jim caught him before he fell backwards onto the stone tiles and stared down at him helplessly as Talbot lolled back, limp and lifeless. Professor! Oh, Lord! She's gone and killed him! Professor!
Fire!
Wake up, Professor!
Burning. The flames!
Can you hear me? Wake up!
What? What? Where am I?
You was gone, sir. Dead to the world.
And Elizabeth? The Grey Lady?
Is that her name, sir? Elizabeth? She ran past me, upstairs through the house.
Poor girl. Poor girl. But I know how to free her, Jim. She's been trapped in this house since the year 1666. Doomed to repeat the terrible moments before her death.
1666? You mean the Great Fire? They had to rebuild this house, brick by brick. Burnt to the ground it did.
She was locked down here when the fire took hold. She was being punished for talking back to the master of the house. Oh, she was a cheeky one, like you. The smoke nearly choked her, but somehow she managed to kick open the door, but too late. Every exit to the house was alight. She was forced upstairs, into the master bedroom. But the fire followed her, and she had nowhere left to run. No choice but to jump from the window. She cracked her spine when she hit the ground. Died instantly. The shock of it all has kept her here. She can't move past it. Doesn't know where else to go. Do you hear me, Elizabeth? I sense part of you is still here, but you're fading. Fading fast. Don't return here next year, Elizabeth. The fire has long since burned out. The flames remain in your memory alone. Can you hear me, child? There wasn't anything else that could have been done, girl. Don't you realize? What happened to you was terrible, unfair, unjust. But don't perpetuate your suffering, Elizabeth. I release you. Be free!
Is that it? Has she gone? Is it over?
It's never over. But I'd wager tonight will be the last time anyone sees the Grey Lady of Blackwood House. She will haunt it no more, and it will haunt her no more.
Is this what you do, sir? Your calling? Helping the dead?
It's my gift, boy. My obligation and my curse. I don't expect you to understand.
I know what it means to serve, sir.
Yes, I suppose you do. You acquitted yourself well today, young man. I require assistance in my work. Truth is, I need all the help I can get. I am not a rich man, but I am wealthy enough to take on a servant, if you would be interested, of course.
Servant or assistant, sir?
Presumptuous young puppy, aren't you?
I'll be asking for a pay rise next. Have you ever seen a ghost? Would you like to? Maybe you have already but didn't realize. The dead are a lot like the living, really. Stuck in a rut, reliving the worst experiences of their lives, unable to escape the prison that circumstances put them in. If I've just described how you're feeling right now, and you aren't dead yet, perhaps it's time to break the cycle. Give it some thought. Sometimes I think I'd like to leave the Scarlet Vault behind me, return to the real world for a while. But I can't let it go, and it won't let me go. Perhaps that makes me a ghost too. Think on what I've said, won't you? And enjoy your nightmares.